Sin City back with another WTF vlog. This vlog is basically a roundup of my recent trip back to my home of New York. I had a great 12 days. My vacation couldn't have gone any better. I actually was expecting something to go wrong and nothing did go wrong, so I was truly blessed during this vacation. I got to meet tons of great new people. I got to see all my family and spend time with them. I went to, a Yankee game, and yeah, I saw Yunho from TVXQ. I also saw Michael Kors in the Rockettes. So basically, while I was in New York, besides being with family and hanging out and doing all that, I did do a few, I guess, J-pop, K-pop related type things. And while I was in New York, I did an Asian pop addict, I guess, get together. I hate calling it fan meets, because like, it's weird to say the word fan. It's just weird. Listeners I'm comfortable with, because you're listeners. Fans, I don't know. I just feel weird calling our listeners fans, because we're nobody. Like, technically, we're no idols. We're just people who say a lot of crap. Let's be real. We're people who say a lot of crap. So anyways, we had the first ever Asian Pop Addict meetup. Obviously, it was with myself alone because the girls did not join me on this New York trip. But I got to meet Hayrin, Samantha, and Kiara. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, Kiwi Chan. I'm so sorry. And if I did pronounce it wrong, go mene. So we got together, did a 5-hour karaoke session in the heart of K-Town. Basically, it went as expected. They made me sing a lot. I sang too much. Either way, the fan meet was super great. The girls were awesome. So thank you to the lovely ladies who joined me. I know there was a whole lot of other people who hit me up who were in the New York area who couldn't come last minute because of, personal issues, and it's all good. So, but shout out to the ladies who did meet up with me. You guys are super awesome, super great. Had a lovely time. Funny thing is that on one of the days where I came back from Connecticut, I came from train from Connecticut. I went into New York City, and I met up with Hayrin, and we just wanted to go get some lunch, an early dinner, and we got wind that, Yunho and Changmin just arrived in New York. They're gonna be at the lacrosse store up in Manhattan, and we're like, what? Really now? For what? For those who don't know, Yunho and Changmin are now, I guess, models for lacrosse and whatnot. So they came out to New York for a photo shoot for the company and also to attend the fashion show during New York Fashion Week. We were kind of sketchy about the whole situation, so we're like, you know what, let's just go. Let's go. What do we got to lose? Mind you, I am dragging around with me through all of Manhattan my 20-pound carry-on luggage, because I did just come from Connecticut and I was trying to head back into Jersey. So just keep this in mind while I tell you the rest of the story. We got in line at the lacrosse store. There was a line at the store, and we saw there was a party going on, and we're like, okay, well, this kind of seems like something might be going down. On the second floor, there was flashing lights of photography, and we're like, oh, maybe he's already here. But as we stood in line, we kind of felt like this didn't seem right. This wasn't about to go down. So we waited and we waited and we waited, and out of nowhere comes Michael Kors. And Michael Kors, if you don't know, he's a very famous fashion designer. He's on that show Project Runway. So anyways, right across the lacrosse store, there's a Michael Kors store, and Michael Kors came out with the Rockettes, and we're like, oh, it's Michael Kors and the Rockettes, all right. So we wait in line. We continue to wait in line. We see Hayrin and myself, we're like, all right, this might be promising. There's other fangirls out here. And the way we could tell was because they had TVXQ memorabilia with them. So right as we get to the front door of the lacrosse store, they cut off the line of people to get in because the store was full, and that was it. they weren't letting anybody else in the store. So we were like, what? So at this point, our hopes were low. So we were tired. It was like almost 9 o'clock. We're like, you know what, maybe we should go. But then something in the back of our mind says, let's just wait a few more minutes. It's a good thing we waited. 3 minutes later, all you hear is screaming, "Wah! Yunho! Wah!" In walks in this porcelain beauty, tall, with Harry Potter glasses. Yunho from TVXQ walks into the lacrosse store. He's 5 feet away from me, and he walks in, and they close the doors. So we're in line. We're literally 3 feet away from the door. Harry and myself were like, well, you know what? If we can't get in, at least we'll stand right here and get pictures through the glass window. So we did that. We stood there for a few minutes. He went upstairs, so we didn't really get any good pictures. So he went upstairs, and we're like, all right, well, we'll wait till he comes down, and we'll take photos of him walking down, walking out, and that'll be cool. Luckily, the gods were with us, because the doors opened up again, and they said they were letting a few more people in, and we got in. I, with my 20-pound luggage, drag it up a flight of stairs to get upstairs to where Yunho is at the dressing room of this exclusive party. And we stand around, just waiting for him to come out. Just waiting and waiting. And I'm getting bumped. I'm bumping people with my luggage. So, Yunho comes out of the dressing room, fangirls kind of go crazy. He's heading to the elevator, and we're like, oh, he's going back downstairs. So we immediately run back downstairs. By run, I mean everybody else runs while I try not to kill anybody with my 20-pound luggage and try not to trip and fall over my luggage going back down this flight of stairs. So obviously, my luggage was my kryptonite. It prevented me from going downstairs fast enough to the corner where he was, to where Yunho was. So I decided, you know what? Every girl is crowding around Yunho in the corner that he is in. So I, smart me, will stand on this staircase midway through. I have the most perfect, clear shots of Yunho from TVXQ. Yes, you can applaud me, Anna. Applaud me. Yes, yep, me. All hail me. Ah. So at this point, I'm in midway of the staircase. My suitcase, I left it at the top of the stairs because I got tired of dragging it, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity of not taking photos of Yunho, so I left my luggage on top of the stairs. God forbid there was cops there who would have looked around, saw a luggage by itself, would have thought it was a bomb, and then they would have shut down the whole place. And it would have been my fault. Yes, but luckily that did not happen. So luggage upstairs, me midway, Hayren downstairs. I'm taking photos, snapping away. And I got perfect shots. So I ran upstairs, grabbed my luggage, drag it downstairs, leave it with Hayren. I run back to my midway spots and keep snapping away. And I have like these most perfect photos of Yunho from TVXQ. So clear, so right, so perfect. And I'm very happy. What I'm not happy about is the fact that Changmin was not there. Now the reason why Changmin wasn't there, apparently Yunho caught the earlier flight into New York, and Changmin took the later flight. For what reason, I have no idea, because they should have been together. Damn it. Should have been together. So while I'm outside waiting, after Yunho leaves, we're waiting outside and just hanging around with some of the fangirls and fanboys that were just chilling. I decided, alright, let me tweet out 2 really good pictures that I took from my phone up and pick them to the Asian Pop Addict Twitter. So I did, and they got retweeted a bajillion times, and that's cool. And I just said, you know, if you're going to use them, just credit me, it's all good. But something in the back of my mind says, you should have watermarked them before you tweeted them. Should have listened. When I get home about 2.5 hours later, I ride into Jersey, I set up and chill out. I turn on my laptop and look on Twitter and, you know, just see all the updates, everybody talking about the photos I tweeted and whatnot. And I see All K-Pop posted an article about Yunho being at the lacrosse store. I'm like, oh, let me see if they've got some like really nice pictures better than what I got, you know, that would be really cool so I could save them. So I click on the article and boom! My photos were posted on All K-Pop. my 2 photos that I tweeted out on the Asian Pop Addict Twitter account was posted on okpop.com. So I look at their source and I'm like, alright, it's Naver. Let me click on the source. Let me click on Naver's source. I go to Naver and it's my photos that they used to talk about Yunho being at the lacrosse store. And they didn't even credit me. What the hell? The funny thing about the whole Naver thing is that they credit the photos coming from a fan online community. Would it really kill you to just put Asian Pop Addict? Would it kill you? Anyways, whatever. They got posted on Naver. I kind of was like a little pissy at first, but I kind of, I let it roll off at the end because it is the internet. Things get passed around a bajillion times, and it is what it is. It's the internet. That's what happens. But, luckily I was able to contact, the good people over at allkpop.com. Shout out to Johnny Dorama, who was able to go into their article and credit me for the photos. So that was really cool of them. So shout out to them again. And, it is what it is. But I knew I should have watermarked them. So I didn't see Changmin, but I saw Yunho, which was great. And after I was done taking photos and I saw he was leaving, I did run downstairs and try to get as close as possible. And I did catch a whiff of him. So for those asking, yes, he does smell lovely. Korean R&B singer Jay was right. He smells lovely. Very lovely. Not only that, but he's super cute in person. He's like, his face is nice and perfect, and he looked nice. He was tall. He looked super cute in his Harry Potter glasses. He was great. So seeing Yunho was definitely a huge highlight of my New York trip. Definitely. Would I have loved to see Changmin? Of course. But I didn't, so. One of the funny, interesting things that I did see while we were outside after it all went down was the fans. They brought merchandise because apparently they advertised this as a meet and greet autograph session, which totally was not. It was no meet and greet. There was no autograph session. It was just basically a party, a store party with some industry insiders, some fashion insiders, and they just let some fans in to walk around and go through the party. There was no meet and greet. There was no autograph session. There was none of that. It was just basically, there's he was in and out in about half an hour. But what I did notice was fans brought memorabilia to hopefully get signed. But why would you bring the Melodic album to a Changmin, Yunho type deal? I mean, I know, yes, it's TVXQ, and yes, the 3 members are not with TVXQ, but logic would say that if it's only 2 members now, you would bring memorabilia of the 2 members and not all 5, because that would be kind of weird, no? They're only signing 2 names out of 5. Why would you do that? Bringing the Melodic album to a Homan event is like bringing cocaine to Whitney Houston's house. You just shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Anyways, to wrap it up, I had a great time in New York. I'll probably be back very, very soon for that free concert going down in New Jersey. So keep an eye out for that. I'll let you know. But for now, here's some footage of me butchering every Korean, Japanese, and English song known to man. Dozo!